Alrighty. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of T&J Child's Play. We are on episode 4. Songs and, well, not even songs, media.
Media and relationships.
Media and relationships.
Yes, that's what we're going to tackle today.
Mm-hmm.
The mental and physiological aspect of media and how that plays into relationships
Way too much.
that are real or not real.
Way too much. It's way too much. It's weighed in way too much for me. We'll get into it.
You done, Fisherman?
This is a nice vest.
I like the vest. I hope you pick
Shout
it
out
out
to the Houston collection. Is it Houston collection? What's the specific? I think it's Houston collection. I feel like I want to say it's Houston white collection. I think it's Houston white collection.
Oh, well, it's nice. You really should model for Target.
It is. It's Houston white
You
collection.
look great in Target clothes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Call me Miss Tab. You know, Tabitha Brown.
Oh, okay. Because she's like all in Target.
She's all in Target.
Yeah.
Skidooch. Yeah. Because that's my business. That's what Tab would say. That's my business. Hey, Tab. Tab probably going to be watching this.
Yeah, she might.
I'm going to tag her in it. Hey,
Sure.
Tab. Love you, girl. And Donna. Because that's your business. Okay, I'm done.
She actually has a pretty good show.
She does.
Yeah, with her husband on Fridays. I'll be
Yeah.
watching it sometimes.
Fridays with Tab and Chance.
Yeah, they be tapping in sometimes.
They do. They do. That is another great inspirational story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's up there.
Yeah, for sure.
Whew. We are in for another one today. This is gonna make Trey uncomfortable.
Thank you, I guess. Whatever that means.
But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about different things when it comes to the media. I'm a music lover. We're even going to talk about movies today, maybe even TV shows.
Yeah.
On relationships, how the people who create that art
Yeah.
displays it.
Yeah.
And we might even kind of get into kind of black culture too. And like how that kind of
Richmond Oprah. I do not put it past you, Richmond Oprah.
Are you done?
Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
And yeah, just kind of what the culture thinks of relationships and how we see fit too. Within the media. So I just kind of want to touch bases on different things.
Yeah.
We talked about social media a lot in our hookup culture episode. Definitely could touch bases on that, but I really want to get into how that's kind of relayed. So
Yeah.
yeah. So into the questions. Why do you look so scared?
Because I never know sitting up here with you.
Let's get the song stuff out the way.
Okay. Let's get the song stuff out the way.
Let's just think back to a time.
Go ahead, Jada.
Let's go back to high school. Let's just do high school. I don't have to do anything else.
Yeah.
I know you were in a very prominent relationship that you talk about here and there.
Yeah.
So like what songs like relate to that?
I don't know. I really didn't have any songs per se for like more so high school. There was one song I remember like driving down to DC like in like high school, and I think I even like sent this girl a song, and I don't know. And that was so young, like, of me to do that. First of all, can we just talk about how deep I was, even in high school? The fact that I'm thinking of songs and associating them with individuals. So that's number one. Let's talk about how deep of an individual Trey is. Okay?
Yeah.
Check that. But I don't even remember in high school, like, about associating, like, different songs and stuff with, like, relationships. Not in high school. More so my recent years. Yes.
Got to take it back to Come Forward. We're going to talk about those songs too.
Okay.
But yeah, I just always thought that it was really interesting. I feel like from a young age in TV shows and movies, I've always seen whether it's cassette tapes for older movies or whether it's CDs.
Yeah.
Like different things that people would do in relationships and correlation to their relationships with music.
Yeah.
I always thought it was just very interesting.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of the songs have the same meaning.
Yeah.
Love, make love, dating. You're just one trick pony.
Yeah. One trick.
Slut
pony.
me out.
I haven't heard that in a while. Just let me out.
Yeah, it's just a common 10 things that love songs are going to be about, or
Right.
intimate songs are going to be about.
Yeah.
And just seeing how people kind of categorize that and make them their own, I think it's really special to see.
Yeah,
And
it is nice to see, and it is nice to like have like a song or a movie that, brings the relationship to mind. But can we talk about when it's over?
Yeah, we're going to talk about heartbreak songs too.
Okay.
Yeah. Give us some special shout outs since we are kind of on the music thing. I think that there are definitely artists out here. R&B gets a really bad rep right now, but I think that they make pretty good songs and people make really good love ballads sometimes.
Yeah.
Coco Jones is one good person who makes really good, nice, soft spoken love. Yeah, we're gonna love together. Mooney Long,
Yeah.
she's definitely getting into her traditional, R&B bag.
Rough. That last part was a little rough, but yes, she definitely is in her R&B bag.
Yeah, but it's still a sense of that normalcy that people say that we don't have in our R&B collection.
It's just not as like. It still hits, but it's not as hard of a hit.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for us, because like Mary J. Blige will always be relevant
Right.
to me. Not gonna cry. I'm not. Always be
Right.
relevant. And I think my parents listen to that, a lot of that.
Yeah.
So it's like when people try to make the comparison, like,
Yeah.
it's just a new era.
Yes, definitely a new era.
Yeah.
And then we got to talk about our generation from the previous generation.
Yeah.
And how aware we are now.
Right.
You know, because a lot of the male R&B that gets a lot of flack, like they're coming from a point of them being hurt and them keeping their guard up.
Right.
So yeah, they're gonna talk about doing it to you on the floor and not caring about you, getting out the dough. And I'd be like, dang, I mean, the melodies are good, but he's really saying some toxic stuff.
Yeah.
And you got to say, what type of experiences was he kind of exposed to?
A form of expression.
Exactly. So I feel like there's just correlations when it comes to music and relationships.
Absolutely.
And what it is now, like, yeah, it is toxic. Could they pull back a little bit? Maybe. But I just feel like I like the kind of rawness. Like,
yeah, I do.
I like hearing men's perspectives,
Yeah.
even though some women can't do that.
I think because also too in just music, they're not flat out saying it, and they are expressing themselves through that piece of art.
Right.
And so you do get it goes back to the episode previously of just like males not really expressing themselves or being in a position, or what was their upbringing, or could you bring up your emotions or things like that, kind of touching on all the episodes before these. And it's relevant, like it shows for sure as far as them creating and expressing themselves.
Yeah.
So
I also agree with there is a lack of passion for love in the music for men. When you're talking about people who make love music, I can agree with that. But with the toxic stuff, they're just selling their experiences.
Yeah.
Or live vicariously through other people.
Right.
Because Confessions was Usher living vicariously through Jermaine Dupri.
So great. These are my confessions.
Yeah. That was Jermaine Dupri's story being conveyed by Usher. So, that's how you kind of relate that.
Yeah.
Just wanted to talk about that.
Yeah.
Talk about R&B music in general from right there.
Yeah.
Let's get lighthearted before we get into the heavy stuff, since we're doing this.
Are we ever lighthearted?
Yeah, we are.
When?
Yeah, you're right.
Please tell me when we are lighthearted, because I might have been absent during those episode recordings. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Oprah Richmond.
Oprah Richmond. What are some of your favorite TV shows and movies that displayed affection or relationships? I know you don't have that many because it's not really your genre. But like, what is one like, oh my God, I really like that turnout?
I really can't say that there's one that's like, oh my gosh, I like the turnout. I do. There are some shows that I favorite and watch, but I don't necessarily like love the turnout. Scandal is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
But I think I really like Scandal for like the power
toxic
dynamic.
Ass relationships in that show, baby.
I think I more so like the power dynamic, or in Scandal, of like her like being the support, for Fitz, and while he's in the White House and in office and things like that, and kind of holding the cards, but also assisting and playing them. And I do like that, but it's not a healthy
Yeah,
relationship example.
it's
So,
not.
um, I don't really say that there's a show that's like, oh my gosh, I love this. You know,
I know the one that comes to my mind
for me,
for everyone
okay.
in our circle. Insecure.
Oh yeah,
Insecure. That was a scary show for me to watch.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because it was a different type of relatability that I had to that show.
Mm.
I loved how it was portrayed. I love how it was shot. It's Issa Rae production. So I was gonna like that part, but just seeing all the relationships and the friendships and just a core of black folk in one circle
Yeah,
trying to make it
yeah,
and the way that they were doing it,
right.
it scared the heck out of me because I was like, oh my God, are we going towards that? Is it gonna be kind of like that? I know it's make believe, but it's like, whoa, some of these relationships seem kind of similar to the ones that some of my friends have.
Oh yeah, and that's why it was written the way that it was. That's why I displayed those things. I'm sure it was similar to some of the experiences and things that people went through, and they wrote it and put it inside of a show.
Yes.
Yeah, so I definitely think it's yeah. There's how many times we said this seems like something off of Insecure, or
Yeah.
this relationship feels like something off of Insecure,
Yeah.
and I'm sure because it's very accurate. It's very
Yeah.
close. Yeah. But no, that I forgot about that one. But yeah, it definitely shows different variations of relationships and figuring things out, and
The complexity
life in
of
general.
trying to balance friendships and relationships too.
Yeah,
It was so much conflict on that,
It
and
was.
and that's what made it so real and so scary to me.
yeah, it was a lot of balancing both and doing both in that show. I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. It was a great show. I miss it.
Yeah, I miss it too. But yeah, I just
Sad
kind of
song.
wanted to shout out that one.
Well, can we go back to music for a moment?
Yeah.
For me, I don't think that I would, or I'm going to try not to associate music with certain people anymore.
So you're gonna try not to do that?
I'm going to try not to do that.
Okay.
I just don't think it's right.
All right.
There are so many good songs that like I loved and liked, and now I'm like, I can't listen to that anymore.
Yeah. You
Because
tell
it
me that all
brings
the
up a
time.
memory of someone or a specific time, and it's so crazy how us as human beings are just like that in general. A certain smell, a snippet of a song, watching a movie can bring you back directly to that time, and I think that's because of the mind
Yeah.
and how it works and operates. And if it's seeing the same thing that it once saw previously before, I think it automatically puts you back at that spot.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if you can call it like a trigger, but it definitely is a reminder of that relationship or whatever. You know what I mean? And so I got to stop doing that. I've got to stop. There are so many songs that I like that I'm like, no.
Yep. I gotta skip it because it's kind of torn with my heart.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, eventually, after time, it comes around.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. I'll run it back. Let's
Yeah.
play it. Drop that, DJ. Let
Drop
it run.
that DJ.
Drop it, DJ. Let it run. Yeah. But okay, let's talk about this. So, like, does associating songs with relationships make breakups more painful?
Yeah. It definitely does.
Have you ever like intentionally like listened to something even though that you know that
That's triggering.
that's triggering?
I wouldn't say for romantic relationships, but it's definitely songs that trigger negative things that have happened within my life.
Yeah.
And for relationships that have happened that may have ended. Yeah, it's definitely songs that have triggered that. But I'm a music connoisseur, so and then I like to self-reflect all the time. So
Right.
yeah, it was painful the first couple of times, but then again, kind of like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love nostalgia in music. I love when music takes me back to a certain time
Yeah.
when I was with a certain person, whether it's a family member, friend, or anything like that.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
Sure.
For me, positive, negative, I'm good.
Yeah.
I just love nostalgia in music.
Views takes me back to high school.
Views,
Views.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank Me Later takes me to 6th grade.
Yeah.
So, it's whole bodies of work I'm talking about.
Yeah.
2014 Forest Hills Drives takes me back to my friend's house. Shout out to Fatima.
Yeah.
That's where I listen to that album the most. It's but music's my thing.
Yeah. Do you think, I know we're talking about from a perspective of does it make it harder for the breakup? What do you think about, is it healthy to use music as a emotional crutch? Does it help you process emotions or enhance a relationship?
You can use it for a healthy crutch, I think. I
Mm.
think that I feel like when it comes to lyrics and diction, I feel like it can heal you.
Mm. Yeah.
Depending on the message of the song.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just depends on the song.
Yeah. For me and my like playlist, like on like my phone and stuff, I don't mess with the order of the playlist. And you can scroll all the way back, and based off of the playlist and how it goes, my like songs, I can tell you where I was at in my life
Yeah.
based off of the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I love
It's
it.
crazy what music can do and how like just certain things that you experience can take you back there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do think it's like helpful though. Like I talked to y'all about vibrations and frequencies and things like that. I think that actually puts you in a different, space. It, causes you to, I don't want to say invoke like healing almost, like depending on what you're experiencing or going through. I think music can be a tool to heal too.
Also, when it comes to music, um, the relatability between you and your favorite artist, especially if they make the type of music that we're talking about, like love songs and stuff. I feel like you kind of know where they are when they make that music too.
Right. Yeah.
So I feel like that's another piece of relatability.
Right.
So you relating to them being and feeling the way that you do in the current moment, listening to the song.
Right.
I think that also brings out a different aspect of it
Right.
and another sense of healing. Like, oh, I am actually not alone.
Yeah.
I definitely felt that before listening to certain artists.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
can see that. I can see that because they're also going through things and experiencing things.
Yeah.
And if you're playing that track or that song about what you're currently experiencing, it's like you have almost like that imaginary friend.
Yeah, it's kind of like an aha moment.
Oh wait, that hasn't happened yet, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Maybe you gotta go forward, then go back to get forward again.
That's how life works, though.
Yes.
That's how life works.
That is.
And sometimes you do go forward and then you go backwards. And I feel like it's the same thing with these music pieces. You might be okay listening to music, a track one day, and then the next day you're like, absolutely not. Turn that the hell off. Been there.
Yeah, you told me to turn so many songs off, and it pissed me off sometimes. But I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but you get it. You know what they say on recently. Well, not recently. I haven't been going live on TikTok or whatever, but they listen to like my music and things. I don't know. Like y'all always say that I'm like an auntie or a uncle, like of the group based off of some of the music and things that I listen to. It's because I grew up with older people, not older people, but like my dad listened to Mary J. Blige and things like that. And my grandmother, she was, listening to music and things like that. So my music selection is of the auntie era. Okay. But it's good stuff.
I didn't say it wasn't good stuff. I grew up on stuff that's probably even older than your stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because your parents are older.
Yeah, Summer Breeze.
Yeah.
You don't even know what that's from, do you?
No clue.
I think it's an Ozzy Brothers song.
Okay. That makes sense.
But yeah. I kind of want to touch bases on my parents too. Mm-hmm. When it comes to music and relationships and relatability and stuff like that, they think all the R&B music right now today is complete garbage, garbage, rubbish.
Yeah.
And I listened to their music and to their songs, stuff that came out in the 70s when they were high schoolers, and I'm like. This is some bubblegum pop stuff. Now there is one song, I think it's by the Whispers. I forgot the name of the song, but it's like a really like story on a girl, how she kind of got on drugs and got addicted to crack.
Oh wow!
But like the way they sing it is so beautiful, and I'm like, okay, well that's cool. So y'all had complex songs, but then again, some of that stuff was just cliches. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Ooh yeah, give it to me, baby. Like it was kind of one-dimensional too when I think about it. So when we talk about the evolution of the music and the messaging behind music, like I understand there are definitely certain songs that are probably way more powerful than some of the substance in today's time.
Yeah.
But I just think that it's more relatable than what people may say.
Yeah. You're talking about today's music more
Yeah.
relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I do think there is some relatability in there now, but I do not know if it also
the song is lost and turned out by the whispers.
I do I don't know if it hits as hard though.
Mm.
I definitely think it hits, but it doesn't hit as hard. It's like, dang, I know what they was talking about or what they was feeling
Yeah.
in this, but yeah, I don't know if it hits as hard.
Yeah.
That's no, it's not debatable.
No, it's not debatable.
Yeah, I was gonna say
No.
it's debatable, but it's not debatable.
No, it's just different perception of
Yeah.
what you think that music is. And ballads, like ballads don't compare
Yeah.
to older ballads to newer ballads. There's no comparison to the ballads that they grew up on.
Right.
Like, come on now.
Yeah.
If you were a high schooler in the 80s
Yeah.
and like Whitney Houston just came out, what?
Nothing.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't compare to right now.
Right. It does not.
So,
Two different times.
right, it's totally different times and the talent and what they had to offer.
Yeah. Now, I don't get me wrong. I still think there are some talented people that are out here.
For sure.
I don't know. And maybe it's just the time that we're in, but like, I feel like they will always be like, oof.
Yeah. We can also talk about female rap.
Okay.
We can also talk about female rap and the side of relationships that female rap in today's time kind of reflects on. A lot of stripper rap.
Yeah.
A lot of, if you ain't tricking, I don't want it.
Yeah. It's just, you know.
I'm gonna put my favorite thong on for your daddy.
Yeah. No.
That's the type of music. And then, but hey, the stuff that's conveyed, a lot of females relate to that type of stuff.
Yeah, and I think it's cool for like a night out or going to the club or whatever, but like I don't know if that's an everyday, hey, I'm about to get ready to go to work, you know. I don't know if that's an everyday get ready for work song. I see where she's going with it. I see the niche for it. I just don't think it's every day.
Yeah, I love you, you my everything. Tell them hoes we go together. Tell them hoes we go together. Every 23-year-old person is saying that right now.
Tell them hoes we go together.
You know what I'm saying? This is the relationship music that's out today too.
You can't even call that relationship. Well, maybe you can.
We just had a conversation on hookup culture.
I feel like not yet.
Oh God.
Oh wait, or did we?
This is 4 or 5.
This is 4.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. We had a conversation on hookup culture. We can keep back up from there. And from what we talked about and reflected on,
Yeah.
it's a little relatable to the relationships that these people are having out here.
Right. Yes, it is, but I mean,
Not saying it's positive.
Yeah. I just don't know what type of relationships those are if that is your go-to relationship song.
I feel it.
Is it really? I don't know if the kids are thinking of that when they talk about a relationship. And maybe that is their current relationship, or maybe that's their summer fling, or maybe that's where they're having a hot girl summer and it also in their situationship. Cool. I can see that for a situationship, you having a hot girl summer.
Right.
But for a relationship, I don't know.
Yeah, that should be the music that
Tell them hoes we go together.
connects the union.
No.
Tell them hoes we go together.
We're just not. Just don't tell them anything. Cause what? Cause what?
The standards are in hell.
No, seriously. Seriously.
The standards are in hell. What the hell?
No, seriously.
Is there anything else you want to touch bases on?
Can creating new memories with music erase like memories from the past?
Ooh. Dang, that's a good question. I feel like for some people, yes,
For me, it does.
but I feel like some people, it depends on how strong that relationship was. For the previous one.
Yeah, because I feel like I had, I feel like I had like a relationship, like music, or like, okay, this song was something I listened to while I was like in a relationship with this person, and then I also have like, hey, this is in my get back era, my healing era, and that kind of
And it
like
kind of,
mitigates, not erases everything, but it kind of mitigates like the other stuff.
mm,
You know what I mean?
this is a good question. And you know what? Let's take it from an artist perspective. What do you think about artists and them making music? We talk about Drake a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then that Hunger Games thing.
Yeah.
He was talking about Too Good, you know,
Yeah.
the song he has with Rihanna.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking to his mom saying that it was about Serena.
Yeah.
So like, how do you think artists feel when Summer Walker is the perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
She said it.
Right.
Her performance aren't that strong because she doesn't like performing certain songs.
Yeah.
Because she's really talking about her real emotions
Yeah.
in those songs.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know, so like, do you think that it gets erased for them eventually,
Or it's a
you
race for them?
yeah, or do you think that
No.
they have to like, you know, damn, I'm gonna have to do this song on tour for 17 shows, and it's not gonna get any easier.
Yeah, but can you think about the passion and drive and just the overall that it gives that artist when they're performing that song?
Yeah,
Like, you're really coming, if you're creating a song and you're really coming from a place of emotion, and this is how I felt at that time, and we just talked about how songs take you back to certain periods of your life, so they're probably feeling everything in that song when they're performing that. So how much better is that performance because they are writing from a place of experience and what they actually went through in creating that song. I don't think it ever is a race for them though, because I think they remember or go back to
yeah.
that specific time. But I think, sorry, artists, I think it makes it that much better for us.
Oh yeah, we
Do
already
what you love, let us. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I mean,
we had that conversation
make me feel better.
plenty of times where artists say, yeah, it's messed up. They always want me to be heartbroken. Yeah, but that's just
The
natural.
art that you create, though.
It's natural emotion. It's
The
not.
art that you create, though.
Yeah.
After you've gone through something and experienced something,
Oh.
the bounce back.
Yeah, this is a natural emotion and connectivity.
Crazy.
It's always gonna be someone going through heartbreak,
Mm-hmm.
and if you make the best music out of that,
Yeah. I joke all the time. I'm gonna stop joking like this, but I joke all the time. And I'm like, I just need someone to just break my heart. Do you
Yeah.
imagine the content and things that I would just put out and produce and put together?
yeah, it's very, very toxic thinking.
It is. But you have been a witness to it
Yes.
firsthand.
Absolutely.
I'm a beast when I'm heartbroken.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
are, but still,
Thank you.
you should not go into anything.
I don't want
thinking
to.
that.
I don't want to get my heart broken. I'm just saying, if I'm in a dry spell, I'm just like, man, I just need my damn heart broken.
Hey, maybe
I don't
some
want it.
artists think like that too, though.
I don't want it, but at the let me see. Oh my God, I'm putting this out into the world.
Yeah, you are. Truly humbled under God.
But it is real. It is real. Your art is that much more better, and I feel like the drive is definitely there as well. So no, I don't think it's ever erased for them. I think they also just go back to that moment and period in time when they were heartbroken. But I don't think it does the same thing for artists because you are the creator of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it makes no difference from us and our podcast.
Right.
When we listen back to our podcast, we can tell you exactly where we were. In fact, we tell you exactly where we were.
Yeah.
If you listen back to the old episodes and things like that.
Definitely. Yeah. Just
It's
I
no
think that
different.
was a great note as well. All right, kind of want to get back into the movies thing. Talking about 90s black cinema.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Other than that aside, I know we're going to get into Love and Basketball, but shouts out to all of those films that came out. But yeah, like Best
Love
Man,
Jones.
Love Jones.
Yeah.
Just shout out to those because they represent black love.
Yeah.
And which is great. I know that people probably have controversies with those films as well, but
Yeah.
let's talk about Love and Basketball. You seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
All right, let's talk about what it is in general. coming of age story.
Mhm.
Two black kids.
Yeah.
One's rich. One just moved into the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Grew up together. Fell in love. Commonality is basketball and
Right,
love.
right.
They fall in love. They go to the same college. One person goes straight to the NBA, messes their knee up, marries somebody else. Other person goes off to have a professional international basketball career.
Mhm.
They come back,
Yeah.
fall in love again, get married, have a kid. Oh, the whoop de whoop whoop. WNBA. Oh my God, he's a stay-at-home dad.
Mhm.
In a nutshell, that's the movie.
Mhm.
People are trying to tear it down, and I don't like that.
What don't you like about the tear down part of it?
Don't like the tear down part, but I understand the tear down part. We're going to talk about the tear down part.
Mm-hmm.
But just in general, I like the damn movie.
Yeah, I think it was a good movie, a good storyline for sure. But I think as it's just like okay, and we're kind of off topic here. It's just like the movie White Chicks. People have like, if that movie came out now,
Mhm.
it would be in shambles.
Oh yeah.
Just based off of the storyline, two black men portraying to be white women and, you know, mocking them and things like that. Like, I think that we're in a different time. And I think when that time happened, the way that people are dissecting it and breaking it down is not, it wasn't thought of as in depth as it's being thought about now, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, I think it was a good movie. I enjoyed the movie. I don't think I'm thinking of it how people are talking about it now. But I think some people do have some valid points with
Yeah, we can get into the nitty gritty. Basically, the girl that went viral, she's basically saying that Quincy, Omar Epps' character, basically chose everybody other than Sanaa the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he never put her first.
Yeah.
But my rebuttal to that is, did she put him first?
Mm.
They put each other first when they needed to at that time.
Yeah.
And it goes back to the emotional intelligence and that part
Right.
of what we've been talking about, the rhetoric that we've been talking about since we started the podcast back. And I just think that people need to just open their eyes and see that, hey, maybe these are 17-year-olds and maybe emotionally they didn't know what they were going to do.
Right.
These are two widely successful people. They're about to like become the stars at a college.
Yeah.
And they're trying to navigate being in a relationship as well.
Yeah.
That's not freaking easy. Let's talk about that.
It's not. It's not. You're figuring out yourself and you're also trying to navigate a relationship at the same time. So there's no freaking blueprint for how you should be moving and operating.
Exactly. So yeah, from that aspect, I didn't really agree with what Shawty said either.
Yeah.
Back on Quincy's part, since we're talking about Sanaa and this, that, and the third. We could talk about that too, and then we can talk about Different World too. We're gonna get into some stuff, black film and culture. But he had a whole fiance, I think.
He did?
He had a whole fiance. He was engaged to Tyra Banks in that movie. Why are you playing basketball outside with your ex-girlfriend the night before your wedding? Let's talk about the toxicity in that.
That just adds to the storyline. That's a good writer.
Yeah, I loved it, but still.
Yeah.
I can get that. That's not being portrayed in the best way for men or boys to watch and be like, oh, you can just play your heart out for your ex-girlfriend while you're about to get married in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Okay, you got that. Okay, TikTok, y'all got that.
Right.
But other than that, what happened when Quincy found out that his dad was cheating and he needed a shoulder to cry on, and Shawty girl had other things to do and he needed somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about that?
Being there or showing up.
Exactly. Showing up for that. Even though she needed her support as well. Cool. But how about them having better communication?
Yeah.
But nobody's talking about the lack of communication that was in the movie. Y'all just trying to pick sides. And y'all not about to split my favorite movie up. One of my favorite movies up. That's just how I feel about it.
She's really defensive over this movie. Y'all better get it together.
So, yeah. And it's my sister's favorite movie. It's very close to me.
Yeah. I agree. It was a lot happening in that movie. And I think it's from a writer's perspective, I think it was great. I think if we're looking at it now and the dynamic of like, oh, this is how I want to be treated, or I just love that movie. I think people will probably, when they think about loving a movie or a film, I think they're probably associating more so probably the turmoil, things that happen in it, but more so the ending.
Okay.
You know, and how it all came together. I think that's probably what that person was, or individual was talking about when they were referencing that.
Right.
They probably weren't talking about, oh, how he, you know, basically threw her to the wolves, not threw her to the wolves, but wasn't there for her, or Help me out.
Um, he was more focused on himself.
Yeah, it wasn't like glued together a relationship. So I think they were talking about more so the end versus the whole throughout the whole thing.
But yeah, I just wanted to debunk that. I know that that's kind of a hot topic right now, but y'all need to leave that movie the hell alone.
Defensible for our movie.
Another topic. This was another thing that happened in the '90s, A Different World. I know you're a little bit familiar with that show, but Dwayne like stopped Whitley's wedding on the altar. What you think of stuff like that?
It's stopping somebody's wedding on the altar.
Yeah, like basically they were in a relationship and then they stopped, and then she was getting married to a politician. He came in and like kind of proposed to her at her wedding, and she said, "Yeah."
I feel like I have. Let me not.
It was a great scene, like acting wise. Everybody acted really well in it.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about that type of stuff?
That's a lot. That's a lot happening. That's a lot going on. I personally would not be in that perspective or doing that. You would not catch me doing that.
Yeah.
If you made the decision,
is done, right?
Marry someone else. I'm happy for you.
Right.
I think everybody deserves happiness.
Right.
And love.
You know, I'm just saying, because like, I mean, we are 25 and I feel like people are getting engaged a little bit and stuff like that. Like what do you think about people that get cold feet when it comes to stuff like that?
You know what? I don't,
because we see it in media, we see it in TV shows and the movies.
Yeah.
But what do you think about real life?
Yeah, I think it's hard, it's challenging. I think when you know, and I know that sounds so generic, but I think that's so real. I think when you know that is your person and who you're supposed to be with, I don't know if there is getting any cold feet. I think the only reason you can get cold feet is if you weren't 100% sure about it in the beginning from the jump.
You see? That's crazy.
Yeah. And I truly think that. I think if you're getting cold feet, I don't think you are ever 100% sure. So I don't think it's just you automatically getting cold feet. I think your feet have already been a little cold.
They were lukewarm already.
Yeah.
And then by the time you really saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," they become cold. That's
cold.
on you. Huh?
Yeah. I think you already knew that. Something internally told you that you were not 100% ready. I don't think you ever get cold feet.
Yeah.
I think they're already kind of cold, and then they go completely cold.
Yeah.
But you knew that. Yeah.
I just think that it's really interesting that Black culture has portrayed love in those type of ways.
Yeah.
In like those dramatic type of ways.
Right.
Yeah. We can talk about the healthy and unhealthy associations when it comes to relationships, music and media.
Ooh, I already spit mine. I told you I'm done.
Oh my God.
I said, what you trying to do? Ooh.
Let's talk about. Yeah, we
No, we're gonna leave it in there.
We covered bases with the unhealthy aspects. Now we can talk about some more lighthearted things, like the healthier aspects when it comes to music and the connectability of that. Why are you looking like that?
Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
Why are you laughing?
Cause I can't believe nothing. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, we can talk more about kind of the healthier examples that's out there. I kind of wanted to highlight some of the things that I've seen within the coming years of seeing Black love represented in a positive way. One way being Blackish. My mom thinks that show is very corny, but I think that that's a perfect representation of the typical Black family and how it looks and how love looks.
I think it's a little commercialized, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does. It's got to have a little to it, a little cheese to it, because it's ABC.
Right.
But I think they did a pretty good job for the resources that they had.
Yeah.
I think so probably the area of that they had to create that show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Kenya did a good job with that.
Yeah. It's definitely a good show. It's very lighthearted.
Yeah.
It is healthy.
It's healthy.
I do think it is.
Yeah. Even though we love watching the unhealthy.
Yeah.
Let's get into Tyler Perry.
Tyler, I love you. Go ahead.
I want you to give me more insight on this because you actually watch the show.
Mhm.
Sisters,
Yeah.
can you give me a breakdown of the relationship
Oh.
dynamics in Sisters?
No, because it's not good.
Okay, well, that's what the unhealthy part.
Not the show is not good, but
No, yeah, we're talking about the relationships
Right.
within the show. Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of like, crazy ex, Gary that's in the show, going all crazy, and I'm just now watching the end of season 7, so y'all don't cancel me or shoot me down for this. But it also shows too some of the girls or individuals figuring life out. Danny that's in it, she recently I feel like I'm spoiling the show. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. Pause this, go watch the show.
BT Plus.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tyler Perry.
Yeah, Tyler. And she starts going to therapy to learn just more about herself and like her as an individual and reflecting, and like she didn't realize about past things and like relationships and how they had a current effect on her, and she's talking through these things with the therapist. And I'm like, that's lit that you actually showed, a woman going and getting therapy. I know Tyler Perry, like he writes from his experiences and things that he saw, and just women that is around him and what they experience. But I don't know. I mean, I know there was that one thing with Medea sitting down with Dr. Phil about, therapy, but I don't know if I've ever seen that much in his shows that he produces. It's always like, the woman not doing well, or some trauma and things that are affiliated. I know those are things from his past and things that he's experienced, or just women that's around him. But to see that piece, I think that was different. What else is going on? Sabrina's, realizing what she wants in a relationship. She's found this perfect guy, but he's not ideal for her. She wants kids. He doesn't want kids. So now she's making a decision. Okay, what do you want? Do you go with this perfect person that you love, but is not really on one accord of what it is that you want in terms of having a kid? Do you sacrifice that, or do you stand strong and firm on what you believe and you go out and you have a kid? So many things. And then the crazy, not crazy baby daddy, but there's also another girl who owns the salon, and she's having some back and forth with her baby daddy, and they're up and down and cool and sometimes and bad the other. And then there's another character as well. Who's that? No, Sabrina, you got Danny, you got Andy. Andy's the lawyer. She has it all figured out. She's good, whatever. She has the crazy ex with Gary, and yeah. So it's a lot going on in that, but I also think it has a mix of both. It also shows like women like standing on their own and like doing what they need to do, and promoting like sisterhood and friendships and being there and that support for each other. So it's a mix of both.
Yeah,
it's a mix of both.
Yeah, shout out to Sisters. This kind of sounds like a warped Girlfriends. It is. It is. It's just some more like current. Shout out Girlfriends. Love that show.
Yeah, it's just like a more current.
You're Tony Childs. Okay. But yeah, we can kind of stay on Tyler Perry too. I know Tyler Perry gets a lot of flack. We're not going to talk about quality or whatever your preference. We're not here to talk about that, but to talk about like the 15 years that he's had and the relationships that were displayed within some of his films, needs to be talked about a little more. It does not look pretty, but guess what? It is not pretty for a lot of people. And I just love when creators definitely kind of hone in on looking out and seeing the reality, especially of their people, being Black culture, and just kind of distinguishing those issues within the Black homes, and romantic relationships. It's just a lot of dark stuff, but he portrays it very well.
Yeah, he does.
So yeah,
and it's straightforward. Some of it is like, whoa, Tyler.
Yeah,
but no, I enjoy it, and he has a strong pen, for sure. No matter what you guys say, I think he does have a strong pen, and he's always been like a creator that's also like inspired me like as well, just like work ethic and how much he's able to do and put out and produce and things like that. But I definitely feel like he's definitely one for the culture, along with Issa Rae with Insecure, like just showing up in Black spaces and for Black audiences and people, and all the people that give him like crap for it, he's like, it's not for you then. Right. I'm writing for my people. So yeah.
It's definitely some of the films and TV shows.
And I think while you have the good, you also need to show the bad too. And I think he does a very good job at doing that.
Yes.
Yeah. For sure.
Relatability.
For sure.
Trying to think of some other things, other topics I want to kind of get into.
Well, I have one. So while we see all of these, like, I don't know what that was. Khalil, I'm sorry. I know she's like has her headphones on and she's like listening to me make these noises in her ear. While we're talking about media and songs and things like that have to do with relationships and like portraying them or like identifying or associating them with different things. Aside from media and things like that, what is relationship esque or ideal for you relationship wise?
That's a interesting question.
Do you know? Do you think you've explored enough to know?
I still don't.
Yeah.
At 25 years old, I still don't.
Yeah. What are some of the top like 3 qualities that you would like want in a person?
Compassion, understanding,
Mm-hmm.
and what else? I need someone that's determined.
Determined.
Yes, determined. Just in life in general.
Mm-hmm.
I need those 3.
Gotcha.
Need those 3.
All 3 of them.
Yeah, I need those 3. I need just a cheerleader. I need somebody in my corner. I need support.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I want support.
Yeah. That's good. That's good that you know like top 3.
Yeah, it's getting deeper. If you asked me that 5 years ago, it would have probably been something totally different.
Right.
But yeah, those are the things that I need. Not to get in too deep, I guess. I don't know. I got deep enough. I don't know. But those are the 3 things that I need.
Got deep here.
Yeah. Those are the 3 things that I'm looking for. If I ever looked. Am I looking? Not really.
Yeah. Well, you say when you're not looking, that's when it always shows up.
Tomato, tomato.
Hey.
What are you looking into for your next relationship? I kind of feel like I know this, but did the viewers know? I don't think so.
Honestly, I feel like I'm in between. Like I really don't have like that's it. Definitely like creative wise, like has to be some type of creativity there for me. Like I just have way too much creativity to not
have somebody
be with someone that's not creative.
That's not their main motive.
Yeah, like some type of tap in with like your creative side. Communication definitely is a number 1 for me. And then honesty, but those are the basics, like, you know, but yeah, I always say be honest, because if not, I'm gonna find out. But I feel it too. It's a thing. Yeah. Those 3 things.
Yeah.
Communication, honesty, and creativity.
Ooh,
I'm sure I got
like
some
those.
more, but it's my top 3.
Yeah. I mean, they automatically have to be good at communication. That's like a no-brainer. So.
Yeah, because I feel like I communicate so well. So for you not to be a good communicator, like, what are we doing here?
Right.
What are we talking about? We can't talk.
Yeah, you can't talk. I'm about to say nothing.
We're not talking about anything.
They don't want to talk.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but no, I think that's good. You know, while we have all these examples of relationships and good and bad, you know, to know like, hey, what are the top 3 qualities or things or items that you want? I'm still like person wise, I'm trying to figure that out. Do you date an entrepreneur? Or do you date a person that's not as outgoing? What do you not? Okay, I'm not gonna say not as outgoing because that sounds bad, but you know, like I think we live chaotic lives. We live crazy lives.
Yeah.
Like look at this weekend.
Yeah.
Like they're not normal.
Yeah.
So do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like a part of me wants like some normalcy as well, but I'm like, do you really want that? Because you like to be on your toes and you like to be outside the box sometimes. So is that really what you want, or what is it?
Right.
We're gonna put a pin in it because I'm still figuring that out. Only time will tell.
We'll figure it out.
Only time will tell. That was my dance. You know, like my dance.
Do it again.
Get up here. Let's dance. Yeah.
Well, that was your dance to come.
You like my dance?
I think you should marry Miriam. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I think your mic needs to be cut off. That's what I think. I think we silenced your mic. That was crazy. My friend, Miriam, a friend.
Yeah.
We talked about this way too many times.
That would be a nasty combo.
This is not gonna happen.
I couldn't watch that kid. I'll tell you that much. It's when they start talking.
Can we get off of me and my friend?
Yeah, let's get off of that. Sometimes it just relates back to it.
How? Please tell me how.
Because you guys are roommates.
Yeah, but that is it. However, I do think that is somewhat good practice. A roommate. I'm being so serious.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, did you take the dog out? No. Okay, I'll take the dog. Did you feed him? Okay, no, I'll feed him. Yeah. What's for dinner? Sometimes we have those conversations.
Yeah, because y'all are married already.
We're not married.
I was just messing with you, but it is good practice.
But it is good practice, and I'm considerate, and also thinking of her too. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's my friend. Figure out your own dinner, girl. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's how you said it. Figure out your own dinner, girl.
Girl dinner.
Girl dinner. That was funny.
No, seriously,
Yeah.
and that it can't go back because it hadn't happened yet. You hadn't happened yet. So
yep. Well, I say you gotta go forward. No, you gotta go backward to go forward.
Hey, there you go. And y'all gonna see the next episode how we went forward. We cannot do that again. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You can't go backward to go forward.
No.
I don't know why we did that, but it was cool.
Yeah, well, I know why.
Yeah.
Try sitting on the couch with this girl right here for hours and not needing
my brain isn't even completely untapped yet. So
you want to tap in some more? What do you come on? What are you saying?
Oh, we have way more content and way more topics to fulfill.
We do. What are we, episode 4?
Yes, this is episode 4.
We're not even halfway through yet.
Of the new journey.
We're not even halfway through. So
yeah.
There's that. Well, any other items that are coming up for you as far as media and relationships and
we talked about it.
Partners and
yeah, we debunked some stuff.
We sure did.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about some things, defend some of my favorite movie characters.
Yeah, I'm so glad you got to do that.
Yeah, y'all are not about to come on now. What is culture about? We tearing our own movies down?
No, seriously.
Come on. And y'all talking about for the culture.
It's healthy conversation.
It is healthy conversation.
It's good. It's good that people are even bringing it up or having conversations about, movies like that. I just don't think they wrote it with that intent.
Yeah.
Hey, this is toxic. We're going to have this girl chasing this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I want to say it's based off a true story.
Is it really?
Let me fact check that.
I did not know that it was based off a true story. If it is, that's crazy.
Let me fact check that.
I wonder if it is, is the couple still together? That's a good question.
Autobiographical. I can't talk today.
It's all right.
Semi-autobiography film.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's probably based off of true events of a relationship.
But it's just added some pieces in to make it
the drama, the suspense. Right. So it's based off of a true story.
I wonder what parts are true. I actually probably might be interested in reading that.
Yeah, to read into it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but it's cool.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah. So, well, this was great.
It was amazing.
This was beautiful.
Talking about music
and
relationships, TV shows and relationships, movies and relationships. Yeah, relationships.
You wanted me to sing along?
Yeah.
No. No, this is great. It's always a fire when we sit down and touch the mic and push this out.
Fire, flame, explosion.
This is another episode of T&J Child's Play. If you guys are listening on Apple Podcasts, make sure you guys are liking and rating. Give us 5 stars if you enjoyed the conversation. Leave a comment if you guys are listening on YouTube. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It's been another great conversation. T&J Child's Play.
T&J's Child's Play.
Yes. So we will see you all next week.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye.